Welcome to our training video on administrative tools for the Timesheet module. This video will review 4 tools to help administrators find, sort, modify, and move timesheets. The first function, Timesheet Overview, is located by clicking on our Performance tab up here. We can pin the menu down by clicking the Pin button, and then Timesheets. The Timesheet Overview helps you, the administrator, find, edit, and submit a resource's timesheet very easily and very quickly, so that you can help the resource edit their timesheet or simply get the timesheet process moving. Here we see all the timesheets in the system. We can search by week, we can search by resource, or we can sort by status, such as draft, which are timesheets that have been started but not completed, or by timesheets that are pending project manager approval, right there. The second function, Missing Timesheets, is located by clicking on Tracking, Approval, Missing Timesheets. This Missing Timesheets function allows the administrator to see all timesheets that are waiting for approval. This tool helps the admin reach out to resources and to managers to get timesheets submitted and approved as quickly as possible, since billing should start the first day of the month. Resources should fill out and submit timesheets the first day of the following week, which typically would be a Monday, and managers should approve those timesheets immediately thereafter. This type of efficiency will get invoices out faster and with better and more accurate information, and will subsequently help your company get paid faster. So when we're on the Missing Timesheets tool, we see all of my resources of all the timesheets that are pending approval. We have the resources themselves, we have the number of timesheets that have not been started, we have the number of timesheets that are in draft status, and again, this is the number of timesheets that have been started but not completed. We have the number of timesheets pending project manager approval and who the project manager is, and this is an optional status. Here I can see how many timesheets are pending manager approval and who the manager is. A manager here can be a team leader, an office manager, or any other general manager. Once the manager has approved the timesheet, that timesheet goes to billing or to payroll. Also, we can have an email automatically sent out to any resource that has not submitted timesheets, let's say by noon on Monday. Alternatively, we can do this manually by clicking on the resource and then sending an email by clicking this button here. The third tool, Change Status, which is located by clicking on Tracking here, Tools, and Change Status, allows admins to easily reject a timesheet so that a resource can go back in and edit their timesheet even if that timesheet has already been approved. Remember, once a timesheet has been submitted or approved, it's locked for editing. This tool allows the admin the flexibility and control to go in, reject it, and allow that resource to modify accordingly and resubmit. When we've clicked on our Change Status tool, we have a list of all of our resources and the total number of timesheets that resource has in our system. We can quickly find an approved timesheet, open it, and reject it. For example, we'll click on Gary. Here we have a list of all of his timesheets. We could click on an approved timesheet like this, and we could write a comment here, like that, and then click Reject. And now Gary will get an email with my note and the ability to go back into the system and modify that particular timesheet. If a timesheet has been invoiced, we can reject it, but the timesheet will still be locked. However, in order to make a change to an invoiced timesheet, we can reject it and then add a line to the timesheet, and that one line that we've added will not be locked. This is helpful when a resource has worked on a project on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and then submitted that timesheet for invoicing, but then worked on Thursday and Friday on the same project. Let's take an example. So we'll use Gary. Here are all of Gary's timesheets, and for October 11th, his timesheet was approved and was invoiced. So now we're going to type in a comment for Gary, update for Thursday and Friday, and we will reject by clicking here. Now, as Gary, he could go to that timesheet by clicking on the Go to Date button here, finding that particular time period, which is October 11th. Now, this timesheet, as it loads, we will see the status is rejected by manager. We just rejected it. If I were to try to click on any of these cells, I can't. But what I can do is add a line, an activity, like so. And now I can add Thursday, add a comment, and Friday, add a comment. And click Submit. If a timesheet requires a credit memo, you can create one by going up to Billing, and then Credit Memo here. The final function, the Move function, is found by clicking on Tracking, Tracking Tools, and Move Timesheets here. This allows an admin to easily reassign a chunk of timesheets from one project to another, or from one activity to another. Now this is important as a client might decide that work that has been spent on a particular change request, for example, might now require to be in its own project, with its own resources and its own terms. We can select timesheets from one particular week here, or we can, by clicking here, we can select timesheets from any user-defined time period. Simple as clicking on our little calendar icon, selecting time, etc. Now let's take an example. Within the Fort Point project, which we've already got selected here, we've been putting time towards a change request, which we can find for all resources, and then for activity, let's find the change request. It is the new roof change request there, and we want to make sure that we want to select the time period that encompasses the entire change request. So we'll go back to 2009 just to be safe, and we will make sure that we have this for the future. And the destination is going to be not the Fort Point project, but our new project, which is called New Roof. So let's search for it. New Roof, there it is. I can click on it. It's asking us what activity we want to put it on. We will put it in the change request activity. And now we click Next. And this is just listing out all of the actual activities. I click Next again. And we've done it. As simple as that. As you can see, searching for and editing timesheets is a very easy and straightforward process with our software.